market issues and getting paid issues nailed down, what do you see the future of queer characters in comics as well as queer producers? Because as Sava said, you know, it's 99.5 straight white male in terms of the creators. Don't all jump up at once.
I just want to be the first one. I mean,
Sorry?
I just never want to be the first one. Like an asshole.
I'll jump in
Okay,
if
go
you
ahead.
want. I mean,
Yes, please.
so I would say that hopefully, the more we do this, right, the more we talk about it, the more that it's important to everyone, the more that we keep saying representation matters, right? I think we'll just continue to see it grow, and then it is all those market things, right? It's can people sustain themselves, make money? Can they become producers? Can we get more representation in the people who hold the power? Will make I think a longer part of the difference of that track. But for normalization, like I absolutely think that, you know, the more representation you have, the more people have to come face to face with something that maybe they wouldn't have seen other places and make them think about it. You know, even if their first reaction is, you know, is good, right? Is why we should continue to push for more and more representation is that it does normalize, even in times where it feels shoehorned in to people.
So I'm wondering, is there a chicken and egg problem here? If, you know, we get more queers as creators, does that mean we'll see more queer characters? Or do we need more queer characters before we can open up markets for queer creators? You wanna jump in? No? Sam?
I mean, I don't know that they're actually related. You know, like because they're honestly two different problems. There's the normal way you break an entertainment problem, and that speaks to queer creators or lack thereof, because a lot of it is social. I feel like it's not a spoiler that like most of entertainment runs on networking, and then if you happen to have talent, once you get an opportunity, maybe you make it. But if you just have talent, you might still be living in Nebraska forever. And so like that's a hurdle, you know, that I don't have I don't have a specific answer for, because, you know, how do you get that 95% of white straight dudes to enjoy, like, and seek out people that make them uncomfortable? I mean, convince them that it's perhaps marketable, you know, but like that is a problem, because few things in media are a meritocracy. So at least to get the opportunity, and then you can always blow the opportunity, you know, but so that's one problem, because again, like, it's how do we get in front of the people to make the connections? I mean, it took me 17 years to break into comics, of talking to editors and making them see me as a person. And there are privilege aspects to that, there are plenty of aspects of that as to why I could do that. So that's a huge hurdle. The queer characters, I think, is more in line with what you're talking about. It's more about, you know, proving, you know, doing more and more of them. As Greg Pak, who wrote that Hulk issue, said, we were at FlameCon, and he said the next step is a diversity of diversity. So that it's not just, oh, this is your one character of color, this is your one queer character. That's the next step. And to then prove it to the people, you know, taking the risks on it, real or imagined, that it's something to pursue. And things like Ms. Marvel at Marvel, you know, yeah. I mean, huge success of that is a great thing. A huge success of Miles Morales are great steps in that direction. I mean, the huge success of the Hulk book, you know, like.
But then there's people that made that argument, though, that whether using legacy characters to embrace minorities, whether that's a whitewash, and I don't feel like that, but it's funny.
Well, that is a chicken and egg scenario.
Yeah.
Not that we're going down the rabbit hole, but we talked about, like, so when, and then I'll let someone else opine on it, but like when Midnighter was announced, it was, you know, of course, because these companies can't do anything without, you know, blowing a giant horn about it. It was like, look, a gay man is leading a book, and there's a segment of the audience that was like, oh, this is great, you know, and he was created as a gay character. so it's wonderful. And then there's a segment of the audience as well that said, oh, he's a Z-list character, like call me when Green Arrow's gay, then it won't.
Right.
And so I don't have an answer to that, other than you have to do both.
Yeah.